Good evening. This is Kathy Opperman, and we are live here at R3 Wellness Center for episode 10 of Journey with Lisa. And this evening we have my co-host, Lisa Bechtel, who's on a journey to lose over 100 pounds. And we also have special guest, Georgianne McIntyre. Welcome, Georgianne.
Hello. Thank you for having me on. I'm loving this.
She loves being in front of the camera. And she has actually been on real TV as a Bette Midler lookalike. So if she looks familiar, Bette Midler is not with us tonight, but the lovely Georgianne is here tonight. And here at R3 Wellness Center, Georgianne is in charge of several of our classes, including our very exciting belly dance class. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. She also teaches classes about living in abundance and how to create more abundance for your life, in your health, in your wealth, in your career. And I can tell you that if you apply Georgianne's principles, they really do work. And it's modeled after the law of attraction. So many of you have read the book, The Secret, and the creation of abundance goes along the same lines of changing your energy and bringing all good to you. And we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. She also teaches classes on loving and approving of yourself. And that is something that people struggle with on weight loss journeys and everyday people. It's very difficult to look in the mirror and say, I love myself. And Georgianne's going to help us with some ideas for that. So it's been 2 weeks since we've gotten together.
Yes.
We've changed our format. For those of you who did not know, we are doing the show live on the first and third Tuesday of each month. The opposite Tuesdays, Lisa is running a free support group here for weight loss. For anyone who is interested in losing weight, we get together, you get together. I'm not involved in that. You're taking that on. And what are you doing? You had your first class last week.
Yes, we did. It's a beautiful group of women, and it is open to men as well. We pretty much talked about ourselves, some goals we all want to lose. We went over what to eat, what not to eat. I made some really good snacks.
And you were supposed to bring some.
Trust me.
They're all gone?
They're all gone. They're in my stomach. Do not make the energy bite recipe on the Journey with Lisa page.
Because they're that good.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe next time you're ready. So how is your weight loss support group different than another group that might be out there? I mean, some of the women in the group have been to other support groups and they told you the differences?
Well, last week, with it being our first week, was kind of like get to know each other. But all of us have tried, and you'll hear their stories tonight. We've all have tried different things. And, Weight Watchers and stuff, I think a lot of those are very regimented in, eat this, you count your points. This, we're trying to eat healthy, get healthy, and lose. And we're going to have our ups and our downs. And we're there to support each other.
Great.
That's awesome.
And so tonight, as Lisa just said, we have two women who have agreed to come on the Journey with Lisa show. And the format for our show going forward is going to change, where in the past, we've had some of our practitioners here at R3 Wellness Center come on and help to coach Lisa and help to give her services and the reflexology for weight loss and acupuncture. So now we're going to have other women willing to journey with Lisa, and they're going to share their experiences and their challenges. And I think it's going to be quite interesting as you bring up our other guests this evening. So we're very excited about that. And first, we're going to start with Georgianne. So Georgianne, we first have a first challenge for you.
Oh.
Okay. So it's been 2 weeks since we met, and Lisa, usually Lisa's mom weighs her before I get here each week, and we report her weight and they give it to me and we reveal it on the show. But tonight her mom was not able to be with us, so Lisa weighed herself, and she already knows what her weight was. So what happened with your weight?
I gained.
How much did you gain?
3 pounds.
3 pounds in the past 2 weeks. But did you weigh yourself last weweek during the weight loss support group?
I did.
You did? And what was it last week?
It was the same. I think I gained like an ounce. I think it was 222.1.
0.1. Okay, so in the past week you gained 3 pounds.
3 pounds.
So first of all, Georgianne, she was mad. The first thing she did when I walked in was, Kathy, I gained 3 pounds.
Have compassion for yourself. Be kind to yourself. You're doing an amazing thing for yourself. And like you said, you're here to support each other in the ups and the downs. And many things take place in our bodies and in our emotions when we're in the weight loss process, because our bodies take it as an emergency situation sometimes. And then it wants to keep on any weight. But definitely, I suggest that you look in the mirror in those beautiful brown eyes of yours and love and approve of yourself through this amazing for yourself. And
She's so upbeat.
And she's wonderful. Well, so Georgianne, we've had other guests on, and even Lisa has said she has lost 18 pounds. Now it nets out to 15 and 33 inches.
Mhm.
And yet when she looks in the mirror or at pictures of herself, she still sees herself as that heavy person. How do you get yourself into a new frame of mind?
well, again, I just have to say, this is an amazing miracle when you can look at yourself in the mirror and love and approve of yourself. You're connecting with the inner part of yourself that knows divine perfection. It knows all of your goals, and it's right there to help to assist you to be all that you can be. And when you can connect with that part of you in your eyes, where you can love and approve of yourself, and at first it feels funny, and at first you think it's silly, and you might not want to do it, but when you do, the part of you, it opens up a whole new energy field of loving and approving. So it almost releases a veil that we've carried within us for years. And it releases this veil where we can see our inner beauty, and you will see yourself differently. And, being kind to yourself, being compassionate through, please treat yourself like you would a newborn baby. And the baby's going through ups and downs, and how you would nurture and coddle the baby. Please treat yourself with that kind of kindness and compassion, because you're venturing in new grounds, and it's unpredictable, but you're doing an amazing job. And just know, look at come and think about it.
And how does one get to loving and approving of themselves when there are a lot of people who for years, they may have had parents or teachers who have put them down and say, oh, you're too skinny, or you're too fat, or that's hanging over. They have a lot of that negative talk that
Yes.
stays inside.
Yes.
And when they look in the mirror, they're like, you're ugly. Oh, you've got pimples. Oh, you've got this. So how do you that mindset? What's the word?
Well,
what's
yes.
the word?
It's programmed.
It's programmed.
It's a program within you, and it becomes a program within yourself, and it gets ingrained in your cells and your memory. And again, when I wake up in the morning, I will look in that mirror and I will say, I love and approve of you, because so much of ourselves are looking for other people's approval, and we're not going to be fulfilled in looking elsewhere. You will be very much fulfilled if you can at least start to do this for one full week. Every time you're in or near a mirror, even if you just wink at yourself, you just want to approve of you. So I say, I love and approve of myself. I am willing to change, and I am willing to forgive. And when you can be willing to forgive, it can melt so much of what we've held on to. Just the word forgiveness is so powerful. And knowing that I'm here, and that when you love and approve of yourself, it immediately opens up avenues where things that you love and approve of will show up in your life. You will feel assisted and supported. And very soon, like give yourself at least a week, but soon you will get to realize the connection between what you're doing in the mirror and what's happening in your life. And it is amazing. And forgiveness is
Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. That's what I
Yes.
always say. It's a
Yes.
gift, because the other person who may have said those things to you, that programming, they don't know that it still affects you
exactly
for years to come. I mean, they have no idea but it's still ingrained in you. I know some people who teachers may have said something to them at a very young age and it stays with them. So, but Lisa, how does that feel to, when she's saying, look in the mirror, look there and say, I love you. How's it? Let's give first. How is that not being conceited? We're always taught not.
I know, and that is such a challenge. Oh my goodness. All I can tell you is Louise Hay here, she helped me look in the mirror. I was able to have a big conference in New York, and see Louise Hay and hear how she speaks. And we must honor ourselves. We must love and approve of ourselves in order to empower ourselves. And throughout our lives, we were in patterns of environment so that we would feel less, so that we would be obedient, so that we could follow rules. And now it's time for us to follow our own rules and to be able to forgive. Even just saying, I am willing to forgive, that's all you have to say. You don't have to go into the past or try to think too much about it. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to forgive. And I am definitely willing to love and approve of myself so that I can reach that inner part of me that will allow me to be all that I can be. And when you're calling upon love, you're only going to receive love and give love. And it's an amazing transformation.
Can you hold this up just 1 second so
Yes.
the camera can see it? If you have not read this book, You Can Heal Your Life with Louise Hay, she has overcome probably the worst that I can think of, abused as a child, and then overcame colon cancer and many, many things. She is an amazing author. It's a very, very good book to read. If you have not read it,
Absolutely.
I highly recommend it also.
And right now we're talking about weight loss, but there's also different diseases that come in our lives, and they can all be healed and they all can be addressed. And I'm telling you, it's as easy as looking in the mirror, being willing to change, and being willing to forgive. And if things need to come up, they'll come up in your life. They'll come up in your dreams. They'll come right in front of you. It's amazing, through people. And then you'll laugh because you'll know where it came from. And then sometimes you'll know who to forgive, because it's important that you forgive that one person.
Sometimes it's yourself, for beating yourself up for years,
yes.
forgiving yourself. How does it feel? So back to you, Lisa, to look in the mirror and say, I love you, you're wonderful. Was that sound hokey? Like, what does it?
It does. It's awkward. I have taken some of Georgianne's classes, so I have tried saying that. And, you do it for a while, and then you just it go, you know what I mean? You don't do it anymore. It feels, really, how can you love and approve of yourself when
Your clothes don't fit the way
your clothes don't fit? You've abused your body with the things that you've put into it. Your body is supposed to be your temple, and you have not treated it as such. And now all of a sudden, I'm gonna love you. It's awkward. I feel like I'm not at that point yet.
that you're not being authentic. But
Mhm.
if I'm understanding what you say, and I'm gonna let you answer too, you have to do it first. You have to, it's be, do, have. You have to be it, you have to do it, and then you will have it. So you have to be that.
And kind of
Go ahead.
fake it till you make it. Get in that mirror, just look into those eyes. And remember, when you love and approve of yourself, it's an amazing compliment of the vehicle that is you, the vehicle that walks the walk you walk and talks to the people that you talk to, and heal and help in so many ways. So this amazing vehicle that is the vehicle of you, that presents itself to the world, when you love and approve of it, you can enhance everything about yourself. And things that you don't love and approve of, when you put the high vibrational energy of love and approval versus your disapproval, the high vibrational energy of loving and approving can melt this away. And then it allows you to see who you really are, the most innocent, fabulous, precious, innocent being that you are, and love the loving, bubbly, loving person that you are. And then it allows that to come through. And the whole time, it automatically starts healing you, because everything inside of us, all the different areas that we disapprove of our lives, that all the things that you mentioned, now are being melted away. So, and then you're giving the greatest compliment to the universe, to God, that I love and approve of this unique vessel, this unique person, different than anyone else. I honor this uniqueness, and I move forward as best I can to be all that I can be.
I think part of that, from what I'm hearing you thinking and what you're saying, is you have to give yourself permission to love yourself.
Exactly.
Like, it's okay if your clothes aren't fitting the exact way you want.
Exactly.
That's okay. It's okay. So it's okay to not be what you think you want to be, the perfect way you want to be, but you can get there. Like, maybe you look in the mirror and say, we got this, meaning you and your body, we got this, we're going to do this. And encourage and support yourself is going to give yourself the permission to do that. Does that sound like, oh, who am I kidding? I don't love you. Who are you kidding? I know that I'm not happy with eating whatever the bread pudding we ate last night. we were out at a very at a seminar last night, Lisa and I, and a friend of mine hosted it, and she makes the most amazing homemade desserts. So I know they weren't processed. So I said, Lisa, I give you permission
to eat whatever you want.
To eat whatever you want tonight. That you're with me, because they had a limited menu and there was pasta, so you had some carbohydrates and all. And probably that's why you gained the 3 pounds. It's my fault. I will take blame.
No, it's not your fault.
Is there anything else that happened in the past 2 weeks? I mean, were you really doing the best you could do on this journey? Did it make a difference that we didn't have the show last week and you didn't have that accountability to face? Like, tell me what happened in the past 2 weeks that may have caused that weight gain.
It's not the accountability, because people who know me know, I tell it how it is. I did not exercise or walk. I had those heel spurs. I'm 2 days pain-free. And I really was enjoying walking. So I think that played a big role in it. But I also think when I look back, I did eat a lot of those energy bites that I made. They were on the webpage.
How many did you make, Lisa?
Well, I made 2 batches.
And how many is that?
I don't know, like 20, 30 balls. So
how many days ago did you make them?
last Tuesday. For
how soon did you eat all 20?
They were gone the next day. I took them to work, passed them out.
What's in the energy?
What's in the
energy box?
Oatmeal.
Okay.
Organic oatmeal.
Yes.
Flax seeds, chia seeds, honey, peanut butter, vanilla, coconut, chocolate chips. And so I made some without. 2 balls fill you up.
You've got honey and peanut butter in there.
But they're energy
Plus
bites, and they were on the Journey with Lisa website. So I thought that they were good for us.
They are very good for you.
A little too good.
In moderation.
That sounds awesome.
In
But-
moderation.
Let me tell you what happened though in my head. I've stayed away from the sweets. And I really like sugar. I'm not like sugar in my coffee unless it's, my DD. But when I was eating them, like that night when I got home from the support groups, I'm going to have one because I really hadn't had dinner. And just all those flashbacks of the times when I would just, because it was good. It was sweet. And in my head, these are good for me because there's flax seeds in these. There's chia seeds in these. There is organic oatmeal in these. So I took them to work and I rationed them out because I wanted to make for me. But that was so Wednesday.
She loves an approves of her energy.
Thursday, they were gone. By Thursday, they were gone. I did have somebody made pumpkin. I love pumpkin. Somebody made a pumpkin cake, pumpkin pie. I did have a little sliver. But it's not like I'm out, like I still haven't had a soda. This pasta was the second time I had pasta. I'm not doing the gorging or anything like that. The only thing that has changed is in the beginning when I started the journey, I was eating every 2 hours and I felt revved up. And I had to eat because I was hungry. But now as I'm into the journey, I'm not hungry anymore. So I am not eating every 2 hours. When I do eat, you know, I am eating nutritious foods. I still do my protein bars, but maybe I need to go back and do small something every 2 hours, whether I'm hungry or not, to keep my metabolism going.
And a good choice. Like, it's very important your metabolism going through, and they say, you know, sick better, you know, 3 large meals, and then your biggest meal is supposed to be your breakfast. I think the nutritionist said, and then lunch, and then dinner should be the lightest meal. But to keep your metabolism going, the fruits and the vegetables, more vegetables than fruit. So it sounds like there's some things that you can be doing differently, and you got to get back on track.
And
And how about the water?
Oh, water. Yeah, it goes in, but not like it's supposed to.
How many glasses of water are you averaging? See, I told you last night, if you ate the bread pudding, I said, Lisa, if you eat the bread pudding, you have to drink 8 glasses of water.
Sure. I
Did you
already
eat-
had it in my mouth.
Did you eat 8 glasses? Did you drink 8 glasses of water today?
No, as a matter of fact, I had 2.
2. That's all. Okay, so you have got to increase the water. Go back to
You'll
the
get
lemon and
used to
orange.
it.
She's
You
not
do.
used to it. It's 10 weeks.
Yeah, but
You know, maybe I need topping. I will drink my water. I will drink my water.
It's actually 4, 8,
Where's Barb?
4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 10 weeks. It's our 10th episode. 11. So you have
Maybe in a past life, something happened to me when I drank water.
maybe you drowned.
Yeah, something. I just don't.
you Jordan also does hypnotherapy, so maybe
I could absolutely.
you're going to have to do a
that.
session on her with her and the water is good for her.
Yes.
She can do that. She's certified to
Oh
do
my gosh, the
hypnotherapy.
water increases your metabolism. It flushes out everything in your
Maybe we can
body.
do a water challenge or something.
Yeah.
You don't need a water challenge. You just have to get into the mindset that water is good for you.
I know it's good for me.
Okay.
Getting it down is the problem.
Okay. So you maybe some hypnotherapy. My husband stopped smoking on hypnotherapy. So you're going to get a session with Georgianne. How about that? So you have 2 guests to come up
Yes,
tonight.
we do.
Okay. And so what we're going to do here going forward, as we said, the shows are going to be on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of each month. I am going to turn the hosting of the show over to Lisa going forward. I'll come back every now and then, but you've got this, and they're going to support you. You're going to support them.
Mhm.
But if your weight keeps going back up, I'm going to be back up here and say, Lisa. So what this is about is real people going through the journey who are going to support each other. So the people coming on as Lisa's guests supporting you and Georgianne is going to remain up here to give some advice and some help as you hear each person's personal journey. So with that, I'd like to turn the show over to Lisa Bechtel. And
Thank you,
Georgianne will
Kathy.
take my seat. And who's
Okay.
coming up first?
First.
So welcome, Chris, and thank you very much.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Lisa.
This is Chris, everyone, and you will start seeing her posting on the Journey page. Both ladies will. So I encourage you to support them like you did me when I first started. And a lot of you still to this day encourage me all the time and uplift me. So please continue to help us on our journey. But I'd like to tell you a little bit about Chris. I met Chris, was actually in the audience, my very first Journey show. And Chris is here today because she's been concerned with her weight since she was 5 years old. She lost 20 pounds at the age of 5 and was rewarded with a Barbie doll. And I said to her tonight, how did that make you feel? But don't tell them yet. Tell them a little bit more. Chris says she kept struggling, sometimes achieving success and sometimes not. I keep trying because I'm not quite ready for Omar the tent maker dresses and strange shoes. I have at least 100 pounds to lose. She is a retired high school counselor. After retirement, she joined the YMCA, and she is now their aquatics instructor there. And she is also a Reiki master. So we started last week, was our first week. Chris joined me at our support group, but she has been very supportive in coming to the weekly shows. Chris's weight, may I share your weight?
You may.
Okay. Chris's weight last week when we all weighed in, her starting weight was 270 pounds. And this week she got on this, and you are up or down?
I better be down.
You are 5 pounds. Congratulations. I remember my first 5. Kathy pulled out a sack of potatoes. I'll have to get us some more potatoes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what did you do this week to help get you down 5 pounds?
Drank lots of water.
Hey! Putting that in my face. Thanks, Chris.
How much water did you drink, Chris?
6 to 8 glasses a day.
A day?
A day. I did.
God. You might be getting my chair soon if you
No.
keep drinking water. And what else did you do?
I journaled,
Oh, okay.
okay, and I made a point to try and eat healthy food.
Excellent. And it worked. 5 pounds. 5 pounds. Chris and I were talking back in our room earlier, and at one point in her life, she had been on a, liquid protein diet? And how long did you go without food on that?
18 weeks.
18 weeks. Could you imagine? And how much weight did you lose during that time?
Probably 70 pounds.
Wow.
And were you hungry?
No, I wasn't. After the first couple of days, I wasn't hungry. It was actually easier, but I couldn't maintain it.
Wow, I couldn't imagine to be living on liquids. That takes a lot of strength. I'd like to get back to your Barbie doll.
Okay. I don't like Barbies now, by the way.
Well, when I read this a long time ago, when we were having the contest, she said she got a Barbie doll. I thought, okay, your little Barbie doll. But immediately my own anger kicked in. 5 years old, losing 20 pounds, and they gave you a Barbie doll? And her reaction was kind of quite the same. So tell us about that and how it made you feel. And I think it's, important, Georgianne, to please chime in, because a lot of this is emotional.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I realized that, I should have gotten that Barbie doll anyway. 20 pounds heavier, 20 pounds lighter, So I was angry, but I didn't know it at the time.
And that anger, I think on a subconscious level, follows us.
It does.
When you, I also have The Same Louisa Does, which is an excellent book. And I've obviously been overweight for a long time. I've never looked up overweight or fat in the book. So tonight we looked up overweight. In Louisa's book, it gives you the probable cause of your dis-ease. And then affirmations to say. So we looked up overweight, and then it told us to look up fat. And pretty much it's fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, fear
And protection.
and protection.
The very people who giving you with the Barbie dolls, right away, the resentment and the anger and the frustration about it, and then holding on to that, and then fearful of going either way, liking the Barbie doll, not liking the Barbie doll, and being all mixed emotions and not being able to express it. And yeah, you hold that with you. And when I had said, when you look in the mirror, and then part of it is, I'm willing to forgive. And you'll find yourself in different periods of what you're doing now. And then when you're in the midst of it, you want to be like, I'm willing to forgive whoever was part of this, because you'll have these feelings coming up of abandonment and hunger and starvation and disappointment. And I'm willing to forgive. I'm willing to forgive this. And it does help melt that away. It will assist you energetically to melt things away so that you can move forward.
You just said a word that just really struck me, disappointment.
Yeah.
We keep saying, our eating, it's emotional.
Mhm.
When you said disappointment, like, it made me think, okay, I am disappointed in myself. I did this to myself. You did this to we chosen, and disappointment just really hit me.
When you are on a journey like all of you are venturing into right now, what happens is past hurts and disappointments have to come with that journey to give you the opportunity to change the way you react to it, and to be kinder to yourself than others were to you throughout your life. That's why when you're coming up with this gaining the weight, purpose, so that you can look at it and say, I'm willing to change, and I'm willing to forgive, and I love and approve of myself anyhow. And that's where it all starts to work. And that's where you'll see yourself different, and you'll be empowered to know that you can have the ups and downs. But now you don't have to be the victim of anyone's criticism, and that you can move forward and be you on a personal journey of whatever it takes and whatever you're doing, and just be proud of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
And have you tried, Chris, through this journey, other diets? We talked about the liquid protein. Have you done any of the other plans?
Stillman, Weight Watchers, South Beach,
Okay.
you name it, I've probably done it.
We've all, yes. And nothing has worked.
Nutrisystem.
I think it
Elevate
has to
loss.
come, like Kathy and I talked about the very first week, when you're ready for it. Like, my ready was when I saw myself on a show like this. I was like, oh my God, that's me. No more. So that was my turning point. What was your turning point that you realized, okay, I'm going to do something about this?
I was out hiking with friends, and I couldn't keep up.
Okay.
And they were just plowing ahead like it was an endurance race. And I don't think they meant to leave me behind, but I felt like I was being left behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was more angry at myself because I had allowed myself to get to that point. And that was right before your journey.
Okay.
So I was ready.
Good. Well, we're happy to have you.
Oh, thank
We're going
you.
to journey this together. And other than, I know that you teach swimming lessons, so you are getting
Fitness classes.
fitness. I'm sorry. Why did I think?
Aquatic fitness.
Aquatic fitness. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I know you teach those on Wednesdays. Do you do other exercises?
I go to the pool 4 or 5 days a week.
Wow. Okay.
So if I'm not teaching a class, I'm taking one. I try to do at least a addition to that a week.
God bless you.
That's wonderful.
I need to maybe join a pool or something and see, these women are going to motivate me, get me out of my little funk I've been in the past couple weeks.
But I enjoy it. And, I've always heard that you should do an exercise that you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was going, and then I had an opportunity to teach. Imagine having a job interview in a bathing suit and getting the job.
See? I think that is amazing.
It is.
You know what? Because that person is, beyond and see the true self. I think that's wonderful.
Thanks.
I do. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And we're on this journey. And just so you know, you will not have to worry about my energy bites, because Chris is bringing snack next Tuesday to the support group.
Big jug of water.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do shots.
shots of water. I did. I should have taken a picture. So I do. I did have my glass with my lemon in it on my desk. And but fall is coming. And Kathy, does decaffeinated tea count as my water intake?
No,
Kathy said no.
they can hear me.
I might have to get back to Weight Watchers, because it does on Weight Watchers. No, I'm kidding.
What tea? TV show is it where the producer's in the background and you hear their voice and you never see them? One of those talk shows. That's gonna be me. I'm still here.
I hear you.
Do you have any questions for Georgianne?
I don't think right now. I probably will though.
Okay.
I have a question to ask you.
Me?
Yes.
Or Chris?
You.
Yes.
I would like to know, how would you feel if Chris loved and approved of herself?
Well, how would, say that
Yes.
again, how would
Right.
I
So
feel?
you're working with her.
Mhm.
Suppose she felt uncomfortable about loving and approving of herself.
What would I say?
And well, we just listened to her story. Magnificent. Look at those eyes. Look at this
She's
beautiful
beautiful.
blue eye. And she is venturing on this journey with you. And I was just wondering if she was like, I guess what I'm saying is you see the beauty in her.
Yes.
And if she would feel uncomfortable about going into the mirror to tap into that beauty, I know that you would want her to keep trying to do
Yes. I would do it with her in the mirror here.
that. Yes, that's
Mhm.
awesome. That's kind of what
I would.
because you can see it in other people when it's hard to see it in yourself. To know that you are looking at a mirror of you. We are all looking at a mirror of each other, and we see each other's beauty, but we sometimes don't see it in ourselves.
No.
And it's so wonderful that when you get into that mirror, the veil gets lifted and you can see it and you can feel it, and it makes you feel so different and so worthy and so worthwhile and so ready to share everything that you're ready to share, and how you're all gonna just be the best that you can be without apology. Just be you. And so I just like watching you with her. I want you to be for yourself as you are for her. And it's really a wonderful thing to watch here. It's really nice.
Let's say it. We love and approve of ourselves.
Love and approve of ourselves.
Now that felt awkward, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to report.
Oh, I
The
would
next
love
show,
this. Oh,
We're
my
going to
gosh.
report back how we feel after we do this.
Do it for 1 week as much as you possibly can.
We will.
Even when you're backing up, you see yourself in the rearview mirror. Still, just I got you, girl. Got your back. Be your own best friend. It's so much fun.
I'm going to try it. People are going to think I'm a nut. Hey, baby.
Wait,
Yeah.
me?
Oh, Chris, we are happy that you are journeying with us, and you will have a wonderful
I'm
summer.
thrilled to be here.
And
Thank you.
not be the best example. I gained 3 pounds this week. You know, those energy bites, and Kathy last
So
night.
you didn't drink the water. She drank the water.
You know, she said, and let me tell you what else Kathy didn't tell you on camera. I had a little bit of pasta. And then Teresa was with us. She loaded me up with some chicken. And then she says, you didn't need enough protein. And she goes back and gets me more chicken.
That's okay.
And I said, but all I really wanted was a roll. I did
And what did I bring you?
chicken and half a roll. So she gave me permission, and this is what happens when you take the gate off. I am going to bring up our next stay up here. Or is she staying up here?
We'll probably have to switch out.
Switch out?
the space,
Okay.
But how about a round of applause?
Applause for. Thank you. Next up, we have Rebecca. Hello. And Rebecca found me, Journey with Lisa on, was it the internet that you found us through?
I found R3 first, and then I
Then
found
the
you.
journey page,
Yeah,
yes.
that's the journey page.
See, it's all connected.
I love it.
She found her way. This is Rebecca. She is 52. And I'm going to read what she wrote. I have been fat, and I like high-fived her today because I use that word like cringes when I say that. And what she said, but that's the reality. We are.
Is what it is.
So it says, I have been fat since I was 9 years old. I've been on every diet known to man since my mom discovered Weight Watchers at the time. I had success once with Nutrisystems and the diet pills the year before I got married. I lost 85 pounds so I could wear my mom's dress. I gained it all back, plus during my first year of my marriage. Second year of my marriage brought one of my biggest challenges I've ever faced. We moved from Northern California to Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. We didn't have any people. Otherwise, she was an orphan.
Pretty much, yeah.
She's very much a people person, and she didn't realize how the isolation would affect her. She went into a severe depression and developed binge eating disorder. Her highest weight was 408. She went to rehab for the eating disorder and lost 100 pounds. And she has been successful at keeping it off, but has not been able to lose any more. She burned out the hunger sensor in her brain with the binge eating disorder. So she struggles daily to eat enough calories. She works out 5 days a week.
6, actually.
6.
At the time, it was 5.
But and she still struggles with her nutrition and hydration. So I'm going to say you don't drink water, right? Right?
I drink 64 ounces of water a day.
Oh,
But you're supposed to drink, I forget, it's
Yeah.
some astronomical amount. I'm with you. I really don't like water.
thank you.
I get
So,
it.
so we agree.
I totally get it. But I just kind of power it down because
You heard her say she drinks 64 ounces a day.
Yes, she drinks 64 ounces a day. I'm going to drink that this week. I better.
A day.
I'll be
A
coming
day.
in a day.
Not in the whole week, Lisa.
That's kind of week first.
Serious, but that would be great. If you don't drink water, 64 ounces in a week, that's a lot of water.
Thank you. Thank you. Can we have a vote on that? Consequently, Rebecca's weight loss has been slow and almost pound for pound exchange of fat. So last Rebecca came to our support group. We had a good time. Did you like my bike?
We're going to take any home. Really?
And I offered everybody, you want to take some home? They were the smart ones. And so I was there, so I gained a pound. My pound for each of you. So Rebecca, when she got on the scale, her starting weight last week was 0.5. And I am happy to report this week you lost 2.1 pounds.
Okay, congratulations.
And she did something amazing this weekend. She did her first, it was the first, correct?
Yeah.
5K.
I walked it in under an hour, 58 minutes. I was dead last, but I did not care. It was awesome. It was really
And
great.
there's a beautiful picture of her on Facebook where she's crossing the finish line, and I just sat there. She's a beautiful person, and I just cried. And
I was bawling.
I was like, the strength, the courage that this one, I would not even, me personally, I couldn't attempt. I'm too weak to do that at this point. So
I thought I
congratulations.
was. I really thought I was. I thought that it was beyond my. Right before we started this, I was on vacation with my family in California, and the whole time I knew this was coming. And the whole time I kept saying, I'm just so not going to be able to do this. And my mom's like, well, you might not. She goes, but you have to try, so finishing, literally walking over that chalk line, I was bawling And the lady that trains me was standing there. She's in that picture too.
Okay.
And she was hugging on me and she goes, "Did you do the whole thing?" I said, "You're darn right I did the whole thing." I was like, because they had it marked at 1K. And when I walked over the 1K, I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. I could do this down my head. It would be stupid to turn around here. So I thought, let's just see how much farther we can get. And I just kept trying. And of course, everybody is on their way back. I'm still walking for the halfway
But
point.
you did
But
it.
it was good. It was really good. And it felt really good to finish. It felt, I didn't even care really about the time or the being last or whatever. It wasn't even about that. It was that I set out to do it and I finished
You
it.
did.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is
Really.
wonderful. That is wonderful. Now, next year, I think one of Kathy's friends, the 5K, I think Kathy does one of an organization. So my first one, moving again, walking more. What I know we talked in our support group about your caloric intake to eat
I have
stuff like
alarms on
that.
my phone that tell me to eat. I have an alarm that tells me to drink, and so that I do it. Because especially if I am at work and I'm busy, the day will go. I take breakfast with me. I take lunch with me, and I mean to eat them. I do. I that is the plan.
Mhm.
But if I get busy, because I don't get hungry, like you guys would get, like your tummy would growl or
Oh, trust me, we know when we need to eat.
none of that happens. So, especially if I'm focused on something else. And so, all those alarms really help me to at least think about going to the kitchen to get my lunch or whatever, depending upon what I'm doing. But I did pretty good this week.
Okay,
I ate lunch more times than I didn't.
good.
So that was good. And I had a smoothie every morning for breakfast.
I forgot to ask Chris that. Did you try the smoothies, Chris?
didn't.
Okay, and did you enjoy them?
I think that's the best way for me to get a breakfast in. I know it's supposed to be the bigger meal,
Mhm.
but I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm at work by 6:30. I can't even think about eating until about 9 without getting physically ill. So the best way for me to get breakfast in is going to be to drink it, I think. And then like around 9 o'clock, I have some yogurt and a piece of fruit. Then I have lunch at lunchtime. But
Okay,
I'm trying not to have dinner be the big meal. I'm trying to have lunch be the big meal because I'm always going to work out prior to dinner
okay.
and after lunch. So I keep thinking that kind of will work itself out.
Okay. And you also mentioned in the supply check, you do eat organic.
Absolutely.
We had talked a little bit last week in our support group about GMOs and eating organic. And I don't know if we're allowed to say them on the show, but it was door-to-door.
Door-to-door organic.
Organic. And I'm going to look into it because, like I want to call Rebecca Rachel all the time. That must have been what your mom was going to name you before Rebecca. But
Actually, no, it was Olympia.
Olympia.
Thank God for Rebecca. That would have been so bad. In California, they have a beer called Olympia, and the slogan for the beer is "It's the beer and a lot more." My life would have just been. I would never survived that.
Wow.
That would have been so bad. I'm grateful every day for the Rebecca.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
I had to write her name up here because I was calling her Rachel. And now I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Oh, the door-to-door organics. And do you get your meat in that or just your veggies?
I could if there was somebody home to get the box. I could.
Okay.
They have everything:
Okay.
grocery, meat, dairy, everything.
And
I
you
just get
pick-
my produce from there right now.
Okay.
But you can pick what size box you want. You can pick how often you want to get the box. You can't pick the day. It's whenever their trucks come into your neighborhood. So mine's on Friday. They tell you what's in the box. You get an email about a week before. saying what's going to be in your box. You have the opportunity to sub up to, depending on the size of your box. Like mine's a small box because it's just me and my husband. So it's out of that box.
Okay.
My box, I chose, you have a choice between just organic and local organic. I chose to have local organic. So that the field a little bit, but still it hasn't made any real difference.
Okay. I have noticed a huge difference now, even though I gained my 3 pounds this week. We have pretty much switched over to everything is organic. And when we shop, we truly look, Teresa showed us when she talked about the GMOs, the lipum symbol. Stuff is more expensive, but you can definitely taste and notice a difference. And did you get your fruits and veggies in this week?
I'm sorry?
Did you eat a lot of those?
Oh,
this
yeah.
week?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I was working up for the 5K, so I was trying to be, but in general, I'm not really great about that.
The thing, I love my fruits and veggies, but now that like some of the fruits going out of season, I tried the frozen. I can only do the frozen in my smoothies. But I didn't, and that's the other thing too, like this past week, I had my bananas every day and I had some apples, but a lot of the other fruit wasn't just as sweet or just as good because it's out of season now. So I was kind of like, okay, now what am I going to substitute with my fruit for? Because I'm not going to eat celery all winter and fall.
Yeah.
So Kathy's going to have to come up with something for me to eat now.
Okay.
I did eat though, and I know we talked about rice one time. I did eat a lot of brown rice, and I did do a lot of sweet potatoes. And I'm looking at Kathy for, are those okay or not the best choices?
They're still carbohydrates.
Okay.
They're carbohydrates, but they still turn to sugar in your body.
Okay, oh, not to have them.
Not too much.
Okay. Okay. All right. Georgianne, what do you have to say here for Rebecca?
I've been very impressed with everything that I've heard and all of the work that you do. I'm wondering, would you feel comfortable looking in the mirror, telling yourself?
Absolutely not. No, I'm one of those people, I don't take either. I can't. It just skeeves me out for people to say,
Oh my
you look
God.
nice. Or
So when you walked in and
I
looked
was
up,
thinking,
you looked-
I was trying to be nice, but it just really bothers
Oh
me.
my gosh. Look at your eyes, your smile,
Um,
the vibrance of you.
She's
the
beautiful.
laugh.
They're both beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Oh.
it makes me really uncomfortable.
Oh,
And so,
wow.
like,
Would you give it a try?
Will you try it with us? Let's try. Get the camera. I love and approve of myself. I didn't hear you.
I love and approve of myself. Oh my
You made your
God! Yeah, that probably won't be happening anytime.
That's our homework. We
Yeah,
said
right.
at the support group, we have homework each week. So that will be our homework for this week. We're going to practice. I love and approve of myself. And then let's, Chris had a great idea with the journal.
Mhm.
If we try it, let's write down what we experience and see.
Okay.
Okay?
I would love that. I would love that.
We could be like your testers.
Yes, please. All week long. You're washing your hands anyhow. Just give yourself a wink. You're combing your hair anyhow. You know, if you can't say the words, just at least give yourself a nod of
An
approval.
acknowledgement.
Yeah.
I could probably do that.
I mean, look, you ran that race. You walked that race. You were determined to do it. So there's a part of you that is approving of everything that you're doing. When you can guys, it'll assist your journey. 100% it'll assist this journey you're on.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to hear all
Because
this.
I'll say, probably like Chris was saying about her interview and her bathing suit and all this was the going to Pilates. I took a plus size Pilates class and I thought that I was too fat to go to Pilates. And I'm probably one of the heavier girls in the Pilates class, but the lady who runs it is a hefty girl. He was not playing in my head anymore that I can't go to the trainer, I can't go to Pilates, I can't go to yoga, I can't do those things. I don't have that going in my head anymore. So maybe I'll get to the I love and approve of myself.
It takes, I'm telling you, it takes a lot of time. And I know, like the things that Georgiana is saying to us, I know in time they will click with me because, like, you know, at one point coming in the future, we'll have Deb back on, our life coach. And Deb had said a lot of things to me that I still use every day. So eventually the things will stick into your head. But this week we are going to practice loving and approving of ourselves. Please feel free to post on the page how you feel after doing it. And I know we're almost out of time. Before I open it up to questions, I do have a couple announcements to make. Georgianne teaches belly dance. So, Georgine, that's every Monday?
Yes, every Monday at 7 o'clock here at R3 Wellness in Trapp, Pennsylvania. And we start at 7. And
It's not just skinny people there.
oh my gosh, this is any age, any age, any size, any shape. And it is amazing. And everyone comes in with the same feelings. And I felt the same way when I first started teaching. And I've been through a lot of weight loss issues through my life. It's amazing. Everything that has been said tonight resonates with me. And so the belly dancing is really a fun exercise. It's free form belly dancing. It's not regimented in any way, just a lot of really fun. Oh, okay. I also teach a class, Live in Abundance. Abundance is our birthright. It's as easy as breathing air and drinking water. That's how easy money is. Well, as easy as drinking, that was the wrong person. As easy as drinking water. But so yes, can you believe it? And money is supposed to come to us that easily. Ask and it shall be given. True. And I'll teach you how to apply it in your life.
I've actually taken that class and your candle class, and they are so much fun, and you come away with a wealth of knowledge. So it is a good class to take.
Yes, tonight. And that is the 9th, is it? The 9th. This Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Please come and join me in my class. It's worthwhile.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's a good class. And then Wednesday nights, we have our yoga for round people. But again, all shapes and sizes are welcome. And it is open to men and women. Do we have any questions for our panel tonight from the audience or the chat room? We're good? Okay.
And your weight loss group support group is?
Our weight loss support group is every Tuesday here at R3. It is free. It's at 7 o'clock. We just ask that you bring yourself and the willingness to support one another. And you won't have to worry about weight because I will no longer have to eat. I'll bring water I'll be the water girl.
that sounds great.
Yeah, it is. We had a good, it's a lot of fun. And each week we're going to have a different theme with our support group and do different things. So, and we'll report back on the shows. The girls will be on the show. And always, if you'd like to journey with us, please feel free to like our page and stop by our support group. And with that, I'd like to thank all of you in the audience tonight and those of you who are watching from home. We love and appreciate you. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.